Perfect. Perfect.
Basically, we're just gonna go somewhere where I could just talk about the car, show y'all. I'm a huge Nissan fan, huge Nismo fan, so yeah, I'll see you when we get there. All right, so we made it to the spot, and here she is. All right, so now to the point of this video. Obviously, I'm here with my car in the middle of nowhere. Literally, middle of nowhere. I mean, actually, I'm right on campus, but I'm a bit further away. She's so dirty right now, but I'm basically just gonna talk to you guys and tell you my favorite things about this car and my least favorite things about this car. Now, keep in mind, during this review, I am super biased. I love this car. This is, you know, okay, let me set you up right on the license plate area. I am super biased, and that may not be good for a viewer to say, but I am in love with this car. I've been in love with this car for a while. My first car was a 370Z automatic maroon, and then I was able to upgrade, thankfully, to a better, 370Z Nismo. Now, let's talk about a couple of key things I guess you need to know before I get into this review. Now, this is a 2014 370Z Nismo. 2015 and up, they are completely different. Now, I say completely different. I definitely mean in looks they're completely different, and slightly they vary with how they perform, I guess, and other things such as, technology. They got a couple upgrades that this car does not have, but I'm fine with that. And the reason I'm fine with that is because I knew that this was the body style I wanted, and I 100%, one of my favorite things about this car, and I guess this is getting right into the review, is that it's numbered. Being numbered obviously does great things for the value of the car, and even though I don't plan to sell it ever, I definitely do care about, the value of the car financially and in my head. In my head, it has so much more value. Rather than just the VIN telling you it's a Nismo, it is a numbered Nismo, and I can show y'all that in a second. So I guess my number one thing that I would say that I like about this car is that it's numbered. When I talk about this car being numbered, I mean right here, right between the seats. Sorry, my car's a bit dirty. Right here, it's numbered. As you can see, this is number 232, 2014 Z34. It's right between the seats, right over there. It just serves as proof that it's a real Nismo, not just, on the VIN. But it's a real Nismo, and anybody that comes and sees it will know it's not just like a body kit that you could get for the 2015 and up. Here it is. Holy moly, it's so beautiful. Wow. So this takes me on to my next point. This car is, in my opinion, timeless. I just can't see this car ever, being outdated, looking old. Genuinely, a lot of people have told me, non-car people have told me it looks like a Porsche. And I mean, I know this isn't a Porsche, but it does take a lot of Porsche things and put them into the design of the Nismo. One thing is this slanted front fascia. But yeah, that's one of the things I love about this car is it just feels like it will never get old. This car is beautiful from every angle. I cannot get over this car. It's akin to the 350Z Nismos. It's one of those cars that, it's one of those cars that looks good and will always look good. Like, if you know exactly what the 350Z Nismo looks like, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. On the outside, in my opinion, it's perfect. Stock, it's perfect. The only plans that I would have for this car is maybe carbon fiber fenders. That's just because everybody does that to Z's. And, you know, I want to be a part of it. More carbon fiber, more better, I guess. But, yeah, this car is just absolutely amazing in looks. Now we can get to something I don't like. And this is honestly one of the few things where I can't really make an excuse for the car. And it's that it's a bit outdated. And I know every single review says this, but in the only place I feel this car is outdated is here. This is literally all that I feel is outdated in this car. And I'll tell you exactly why. The only reason I feel that this part is outdated is nowadays with, you know, having a phone and playing music from your phone exclusively, this is annoying. This is very annoying. I have an aux cord. Now, I haven't gotten to the point where I have, you know, gotten an aftermarket radio, but I 100% do plan to do that in the future. So, although I do think this is a big deal because it's a fair bit annoying, I don't think it's a massive deal. Honestly, what, like 700? I'm not exactly sure, but let's quote it at 700, even though I feel like that's a little bit high. I feel like you could get cheaper setups. Let's say they're not as good quality, but you could get cheaper setups for a head unit and all the other pieces that you need to make it work. $700 is not a bad price to pay, and it completely would change the interior. I mean, if I just had the head unit in, it would give me Bluetooth, some come with Apple CarPlay, so it would completely change, you know, everything about the car. And so that is one of the things that I don't love about this car. It definitely does not take away my love for the car at all. It's just one tiny pet peeve for me personally. Now for y'all, it could be a bigger deal. Oh, it's so dirty. Please don't call me out on that. Oh, goodness. And one of the things I like about this car, and you're going to bear with me, is how much space it has. And that may sound absolutely insane. I mean, this trunk looks kind of big on camera. That's because I have it on 0.5 zoom, but it's not that big. Then again, you have to be realistic. Think about what you're buying. You're buying a 2-seater sports car, okay? For what it is, it carries a lot of things. I am here at OU. Wow, really pretty. I'm here at OU, and I brought so many things with me. I've driven this car up and down because I live in Dallas. I've driven this car up and down multiple times, and I have brought so many things with me. Wow, look at that. I brought so many things with me. Space, honestly, has never been a problem, unless I'm bringing another passenger and they have like luggage they need to bring also. But then again, you know, it's an enthusiast car. You can't just expect it to, you know, haul as much clothes and luggage as a mom's SUV. It's not fair. But yeah, that's one more thing that I actually like about this car is how much space it has. All right, so we're back into the interior for something that I don't like. And this one's going to be a little weird. And notice how my likes of this car are, you know, big things. You know, I really like that it in my opinion, will hold its value really well in the future. And I really like that it's timeless looking. One of my tiny pet peeves is the gas gauge. As you can see it right there. I have had this problem on both Z's that I've owned, not just the Nismo. But the thing that I don't like about the gas gauge is that after it has, I think, 16 bulbs on it, after the first 2, you just guzzle through the rest of the little light up dots. As you can see, it's not like one of those gauges that tells you. It's just like a display like of dots, and they light up or power down depending on how much gas you have. But the first 2 hold like a third of your gas tank, and then after that they all start like going down rapidly. So in this car to fill up, it cost me like $65. Obviously premium only. But the first 2 alone will take me like 15-20 to fill, which is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what's up with that. It's happened on both my cars, and it is super strange. All right, so I already talked about how much I like the outside of this car. Literally everything on the outside is perfect except one little thing, which this is not part of my list. It's the handles. I don't like that they're this cheap looking silver, whatever. But that's not the thing that is next, okay? The only thing I have to critique about this car is the interior, okay? And it kind of sucks because you do spend, you know, all the time you're with the car on the interior. But I'm just gonna, you know, boom, list out a couple things I do not like about the interior. I wish this was Alcantara. As you can tell, it's like a weave. I wish that was Alcantara. This part's actually fine. This part doesn't look like cheap plastic, honestly. But when you get over here, is when things start to look a little cheap. To me, one of the things I don't like is this thing that wraps around, but that's fine. I more mean like these things. Why are there 3 buttons here with, you know, no use? Like I said, once again, the silver used on these cars, which actually changed in 2015 with the Nismos, it's this like cheap looking, I don't know. I hate this. Like, it's so, it doesn't look good. It's here, it's everywhere. I wish I had a 2015 Nismo to show y'all, what they actually changed to. They changed it to like a dark gray, akin to my wheels. That type of color of gray, which is amazing. And that's one thing that I don't like. So for the things I don't like on this car, on the inside is how, you know, cheap some of the things look. I mean, you're not paying that much for this car. You're paying a pretty penny, but you're not paying like GTR money or anything. Another small thing is how much fits in here. Not a lot, honestly. Not even my phone. Okay, I lied. My phone does fit in there. I actually take that one back. This thing is great. What am I literally... Okay, I take that one back. Just, you know, rapid fire some things I don't like. The seats, I like the seats. They're cool. But they're not as cool as the 2015 up Recaro seats. You know, this car deserves seats that are not... These are just the stock ones, except with, you know, Nismo and a little bit of red accents, which I think they could have done better on, you know? Let's see, what else? These yellow lights, I'm gonna change these. I'm gonna make these white, but I love the steering wheel on it. I love the cluster. This has just become rambling now. Some things I feel are, you know, kind of crappily made. This thing feels, you know, very loose, but that's not that bad. I'm actually gonna get a cubby delete so I can stick my phone in there once I put the cubby delete in. But yeah, I think that's the end of the video. I mean, I like so many more things about this car, but it's an amazing car. I don't want this review to, you know, make anyone think that I don't like this car. It's perfect. 10 out of 10, would buy it again. It has its defects. I just want people to know, you know, be realistic with what you're buying. It's not going to have everything, but it scores better than average on everything. And on a lot of things, it scores excellent. I guess that's my review of it for right now. In the future, I would like to upload some videos of, you know, modding it and doing some stuff to it. I kind of want to go for cosmetic right now, because in terms of, here, I'll just give you all a little tease of what I do have. I do have a Tomei, and one of the reasons I like the Nismo as opposed to the regular Z's is because I feel like you can run a single exit exhaust on these, no problem. You can barely see that there's a little cutout right there for the other exhaust, the dual exit. So I feel like, especially like when you're looking at it from here, or, you know, from a car's perspective, you can barely tell. This kind of diffuser thing kind of hides that there's another hole there, which is one of the things I like, and that's why I actually kept the Tomei on. It's full titanium, even to the Y pipe. And then I also have Z1 intakes, and I guess I'll show you guys those. But yeah, my review of the car is, for me, it's a 9.5 out of 10. And maybe that's unrealistic. Like I said, I am completely biased because I love this car, but it's a beautiful, great car. I don't have any complaints really. There's nothing that would you know, break me wanting to buy this car. Wait, having a little trouble. There we go. Here's the engine bay. So dirty. I promise you guys I love this car. It's cold. Like I'm freezing right now, and I haven't been able to, you know, properly do everything that I've been wanting to do. Like I said, for right now, I do want to do more cosmetic mods just because I feel like it's not as worth it to go all out and, you know, buy the, you know, certain things like, I don't even know, like ported plenums and whatever, you know, all those things that give you a little bit more power. With what I have right now, I feel like I could get tuned and it would be fine, but I kind of just want to go for looks right now because for the power, what am I going to make? 20 extra horsepower, 30 extra horsepower. I'm not beating 5.0s. I do want to make big power on this thing eventually, you know, 450, 500. But that will take a turbo or a supercharger. So I have big plans for this thing once I finish school. I am in school. I'm literally on campus. Actually, I don't know if this is considered on campus, but yeah, I love this car. I definitely recommend anybody who is looking for a Z gets a Nismo Z. The Nismos are just timeless. They're like a piece of history, honestly. And I just love that I own one. For me, the reason I chose 2014 was the black accents on the bottom, like on the side skirts and the lip, I guess. That really did it for me, and it's the newest year that you can get without them changing the body style, which they did in 2015. So yeah, and these wheels, wait, I just need to show you. These wheels, they are some of the nicest stock wheels on any car ever. Even if I would like to get in the future some T's, but even if I get some T's, I'm keeping these wheels. Like, I'm not selling these wheels. They are so beautiful, that gunmetal. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this, you know, informs you of some things. I'm sure a lot of people who are gonna buy a Nismo Z have probably already had a Z in the future, at least, you know, a 350 or even a 370. But these are just my opinions on it, and you can take that with a grain of salt. But 100%, if you are thinking of getting a Nismo, get a Nismo, whether that be 2015 or and above or 2014 and below. I still think they're beautiful, great cars, and I would recommend to anyone to get one. All right, so I'm back in my car now, talking to you through the steering wheel. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it informed you a little bit. And yeah, leave a like if you did enjoy it. I would love to make more videos. It's going to be my birthday here coming up in a little. So I'm going to be getting some, I'm sure, because my brother's a huge Z fan. He will probably be getting me some stuff for my car, some carbon fiber for the interior. And I also want to make some videos about what I plan to do, and some of the stuff you can do on a budget. Spoiler, I guess. Some of the things I'm planning to do is, you know, changing the lights out so that they're not this yellow color. I'm sure you can tell. I want to change those to white all over the car. And other small stuff, you know, shift knob, the cubby delete, that's a big one, all that. So, like I said, once again, thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video, hopefully kind of soon. Thank you. Bye.